Alright, we're back. Back during the spooky month playthrough of Alien Isolation. I don't know yet if I'm going to play anything else during this or if I'm just going to focus on Alien Isolation. I kind of wanted it to play through Fear for this year's spooky month, but it seemed like Fear was really hard to get running on a modern system, so decided against it. I was going to start with that today, but it didn't work, so I just started off with Alien Isolation instead. Also, once we get to when the alien actually starts showing up, I'm gonna try to get the Unpredictable Alien mod installed and played. I've never actually played through the game with the Unpredictable Alien mod installed, and I think that will make this a lot more interesting. Because as I'll explain a little bit more as we go through the game... Did I miss anything in here? As we go through the game, I guess I could explain it now, but the way that the alien works in this game is really unique compared to pretty much any other horror, like survival horror game. I guess games like Resident Evil 2 Remake kind of use the same thing, but this was one of the first games that did it this way. And what I mean by that is the alien is not scripted at all. There are a few places where it is scripted to appear, but once it appears, everything it does after it appears is not scripted. So it's always the way the game works, the way that Alien's AI works, vanilla, is it's tethered to you. The alien is always tethered to the player, so it can only get so far away from the player at any given time. That doesn't sound good. So if it's I guess scripted. Scripted is not the word. If it's assigned to the area that you're in, then it can only get a certain distance away from you in the level that you're in. From there, if you make too much noise, it will come out to try to look for you. But the way that the mod I was just talking about works is, I think the way I understand it is it takes the leash away so that the alien can just go wherever the hell it wants to in whatever level that you're in. In pretty much every single level, the alien's going to be there. But with the mod installed, it lets it just roam wherever it wants to. It can go attack other people, it can go, fuck around with the robots, or it can, pop out of nowhere right in front of your face. So, I would like the game to be a little bit more unpredictable and have the alien not always around me, because this way, the way that you can play the game is you can go through the whole level and not see the alien once. Alternatively, you can go through the level and the alien will pop out and you'll like walk through a door and the alien will just be standing there waiting for you. So it'll make this playthrough, I think, a lot more interesting, rather than it just being in the vents everywhere I am at every single moment of every single point where I'm in the game. And if I make a single bit of noise, it just comes out and tries to find me. This way, we'll be going through the level, and who knows if it's gonna, come after me or not. Folder corrupted. Decommissioning. To the engineering team. Regarding decommission. So, boys and girls, you've probably heard the whispers about Sevastopol by now, and I can confirm it's official. Sevastopol is being decommissioned. I will go over with each of you what this means in regards to your contracts and next placement, but for now, we still have a job to do. The suits want this done with a skeleton crew, which means we'll only be getting a few outside contractors to help, but it does mean overtime. I recommend taking on what you can while it's available. I should point out that the decommission does not mean lucky dip. Everything here has to be accounted for, and I will personally escort anyone found helping themselves to equipment to Marshal Waits, Chief. So, that explains why there's not very many people on board Sevastopol station right now. It's being decommissioned. Or at least, it's supposed to be being decommissioned. Ouch. So, I can use this flare now. As a light source. We will eventually get a flashlight. God, the atmosphere in this game is so good. Someone new, you always know. Working Joe. Very clearly something terrible happened here. Of course, you know, we know what it is. The players know what it is. You can actually throw the flare once you're done with it. You can eventually use it as a distraction device for people and the alien, because the alien is not your only enemy. Can't remember if there's any like consumables over here. Don't think there is. Yeah, there's not. You can run, although you probably never should. At least once the alien shows up. I'm not going to promise anything right this second, but I'm going to try to go through the game without killing any humans. Because that is possible.
Hello? Anyone here?
At this point, I think if I was Ripley, I'd be a tad bit concerned. I haven't seen a single human yet. Seems like a place that humans would be, you know? Forgotten? F you. Well said. Okay, so these give you map updates. Forget how you look at the map. Okay, yeah. Tab. I never use the map. I don't think I've ever used the map. It's not necessary. It's pretty easy to tell where you're supposed to be going. Let's get the power up. I thought you like could see people running across. Oh, I think I have to unlock it. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what I have to do first. Moved our stash. Langley, if you're looking for our stash, I've moved it. You left it right out in the open where anyone could have taken it. Jesus. Do you know what I had to do to get it? I've hidden it in one of the storerooms. You should be able to find it. The code is 0340. Don't worry, no one goes down to the terminal anymore. Not after what happened. Also, we're out of meds and low on water, so you're going to need to get some. It's your turn. Maybe it'll teach you to take care of our stuff in the future. Anna. Goodbye from Siegson. Siegson is the company that currently owns Sevastopol. Public notice: the decommissioning of Sevastopol station. We've had a long journey together, but sadly it's coming to an end. Siegson Corp would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you who worked and lived at Sevastopol station over the years, in hopes that Siegson has helped to make it a productive and rewarding environment. Our investment and belief in the station has never wavered. Be assured that Siegson's Apollo Central AI and Working Joe androids will be there to serve Sevastopol until the last rivet is removed. We wish you all the very best for the future. After all, Sevastopol isn't just a station, it's people. Siegson Corp. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Harris, Turner, get back here now. We have a track somewhere in engineering. Lock the terminal down, kill the power, and don't forget your reports. Make them thorough. We're gonna need our paperwork to be bulletproof when this shit's over. Waits up.
So, looks like they had the alien trapped down in engineering, but I think I probably just let it out by turning on all the power. It's unfortunate. Now we'll see people. Wonder what they're running from. So I think there's a storeroom down over there. 0340, I think, is the code. If you really listen really closely, there are times when I feel like I can definitely hear the alien in overhead. It just never comes out early on in the game. Okay. Found a blueprint to make medkits. Oops. So, crafting is pretty simple. It shows you what elements you need whenever you get a new blueprint. So for the medkit, we need an SCJ injector, a compound B, and a bonding agent. Might as well make a couple. One is probably enough. I wish there was a way you could empty your hand. I didn't mean to pull it out. Oh, well, I kind of am hurt, so might as well use it. I already have enough material to make another one. Don't need it right now, though. It does seem like this place is just imminently about to fall apart.
What the hell happened here?
Yeah, I mean, you'd think you'd see a bunch of people. Should see Verlaine here in a second. She does a flyby right over there. We do come back here eventually, which means we can get into this room eventually, but that's a long, long time from now. Like, what was that sound? It kind of sounded like gunshots. Trying to look on the benches to see if I see any scrap material or items that we can use to build shit. Okay, I'll come back down in a second. Yeah, there's Verlaine.
The Torrens. I'm here. I'm right here. Verlaine!
Just look at those god rays coming through the windows. It's amazing looking. Okay, before I go in there, I want to go just make extra sure I'm not missing anything over on those benches down there, because they can have items, I think. I think they can spawn items. It's probably not necessary, but it's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. Yeah, there's nothing. Okay. I feel like I've seen items on those benches before. That's why I wanted to check so badly. There's a flare. Anything else in here? That didn't sound good. So, I guess this is like an arcade. But it looks like it's looking for a TV station there. It seems like just complete and utter pure luck that Ripley just doesn't happen to run into the alien until like an hour and a half into the game.
Druia Jones, today's update. After numerous demands, Marshal Waits finally called a public meeting to address the rumors that have been circulating on Sevastopol. But instead of the answers we wanted, he continued to be evasive, and after only a few minutes, he and his team were pelted by projectiles from an angry crowd. A gun was fired, there was panic, and now Waits and what's left of his team are forcibly ejecting us from the terminal. Feels like we're on our own now.
I love the little exposition you get from all these recordings and uh, terminals. Good writing. Pulling the plug. Zoe, I'm sorry, but I won't need you to come in next week. As you know, the store's been in trouble for some time now, and I couldn't hold off the creditors any longer. There's just no one coming to Sevastopol anymore. It's not just us either. It sounds like the whole station is in the red, and they're pulling the plug. Going to sell it off for scrap, I guess. I was speaking to one of the engineers, and he reckons they'll announce it soon. I'm telling you this so you don't stick around looking for another job. Sevastopol's finished. Time to move on. Harper. To all spaceflight employees. To all spaceflight terminal employees, in the interest of public safety and in the prevention of panic, it must be made clear to all potential passengers that there are currently no scheduled flights leaving Sevastopol nor ships available. The Colonial Marshals are investigating problems on station and will update accordingly. From the Office of Marshal Waits. What is Apollo? What is Apollo? Apollo is the central AI that monitors and provides guidance for all of Siegzen's working Joes on Sevastopol. Apollo also oversees all communications on the station, so wherever you are, you know you're in safe hands. Siegzen tomorrow, together. And with that, I'm going to cut this episode here, and we'll pick up right after this. I'll see you in a couple minutes, or I guess in a couple days in your instance.